Hello everyone, let's take a look at English language subject number 73, what it includes. Some of the students actually requested because they have doubts regarding the syllabus and what is this English language subject number 73. So when it comes to the subject, this is an A-level subject. You can do it for your A-levels as a subject, and the name, it is English language, and the subject number is subject number 73. So what it includes? So as usual, we have to get ready for two papers, paper 1 and paper 2. Paper 1 is literature, because sometimes we find a doubt thinking that what is English literature? So do we have to do English literature as well? So what is this English language? So English language is the subject. So inside that, English language is the subject, and English language includes a literature paper and a language paper. So you have to get ready for a literature paper and for a language paper. So for the literature paper, you need to cover a syllabus. You have to cover poetry, short stories, novels and dramas. So when it comes to poetry and short stories, you can easily download the poetry and short story anthology from internet. You can get the PDF, it's available, so you can get the PDFs and you can get the printouts and get ready for that. You have 24 poems in your poetry collection, and you have 6 short stories in your short story collection. So that is poetry and short stories. And the syllabus includes 5 novels and 5 dramas. But we don't need to do all the 5 novels and 5 dramas, because we have to get ready for 2 novels. So within the period of time, if you can complete 2 novels and 2 dramas, then you can face the paper, because in the syllabus we have to cover all the 24 poems, the 6 short stories and 2 novels and 2 dramas. In the collection you have 5 novels, so you can select 2 novels out of those, and from the 5 dramas you can select 2 dramas out of the syllabus. So I will mention maybe you already know about the dramas and the novels in the syllabus. I just tell you, for the novels we have Remains of the Day, Tess of D'Urberville, Nectar in a Sieve, Life of Pi, July's People. Remains of the Day, Nectar in a Sieve, Life of Pi, Tess of D'Urberville and July's People. So these are the 5 novels, and you can select 2 novels out of these. And next, the 5 dramas: Othello, The Tempest, The Glass Menagerie, Sissubansi is Dead, and The Dumbwaiter. So these are the 5 dramas. You have 2 dramas from Shakespeare. So if you prefer Shakespearean dramas, you can select one from those. Anyway, you have to select 2 dramas out of the 5. The reason is, when you learn this as a subject, you can learn about this actually. The reason we are doing 2 novels, because at the exam we are getting a context question and an essay type question. So in order to answer these 2 questions, for example, if you select one drama for your, maybe just imagine you select Othello for your context question, then for your essay type question you cannot select the same drama. You have to select another drama for the essay type question. So you have to get ready for that. That is why we are doing 2 novels and 2 dramas. Short stories and poetry, no option. We have to cover all the 24 poems and 6 short stories as well. That is for the literature part, literature paper. So if you cover all these things, you can answer the literature paper, the paper 1. Then when it comes to paper 2, you have 4 questions once again. First question, it is to write an essay. So when it comes to essay writing, they give you 2 essay topics, some topics related to the day-to-day things, and essay topics, just simple essay topics. And if you prefer to do a story writing, maybe if you are a good narrative writer, if you can write creative writing, if you can do creative writing, then you can, they give you a topic to write a story as well. Or else they give you a topic to do a film review. Or else they give you a topic to do to write a report. So report writing, those are options like report writing, essay writing, film review, um, narrative writing, writing a story. So you can go for an option, or else like it depends, right? You can select essay writing or the other things also. If you prefer narrative writing, you can go for that. So like that, that is the first question. And the second question, that is to write a summary. You have to do a summary writing that includes 10 MCQ questions as well. So you have to answer the 10 MCQ questions first, and then you have to produce your summary. They give you a number of words. Normally the number of words, like normally we write, like when you get a paragraph, it's like 1/3 from the original you have to write your summary. There's a structure and there are some techniques, you will learn them later, but just remember essay writing, the essay question is the first question. Second question, you have to answer 10 MCQ questions and you have to summarize the given passage. And the third question, it's they give you a passage. You have to read the passage and answer the questions. Normally they give you 5 questions. You have to read the passage and answer the 5 questions, and one question carries 4 marks, so you have to write something enough for that. So there will be like 5 questions, and the passage you have to read and answer the questions. The last question, they give you a poem. But remember, this passage and the poem that is out of the syllabus, we don't have them in the syllabus. So we normally call them as unseen poems and unseen passages. So you can practice some sample poems and passages out of the syllabus and get ready for this question. So the poem will be something, you just get a poem out of the syllabus and you have to read the poem and answer the questions. So now when you do this as a subject, when you do English language as a subject, you have to, when you do it for a long time, your language fluency, and you learn a lot, you learn to express and you learn to explain and write something in a nice language. So what you need to do is to improve your language, especially you have to improve the quality of your language. Remember literature, and let's talk about literature. It's something very artistic, very creative. So you have to use a little bit of icing on your cake, and you have to do a little kind of like decoration, a decorative writing, very rich language. Just imagine you are going for a wedding. How do you go for a wedding? When you go for a wedding, you just dress, you put on makeup and you dress yourself, the jewelry and everything. So in literature, your language should be like that, very creative language, artistic language. And in the language paper, they are checking your language knowledge, whether you can read and answer something, whether you can read and understand something, your knowledge regarding comprehensions. Then whether you can summarize. In a summary writing also, they check your reading knowledge, whether you can read and understand something. So that's the thing. And don't worry, don't be reluctant to select this as a subject, because it's a very interesting subject. But I just wanted to give you an idea about the subject. This is subject number 73, and they have named it as English language, which includes literature and language. So I hope you have an idea. If you have any other question, you can make a comment under the comment section. I will answer soon. Have a nice day. Do your studies well. Bye bye.